Hello, and welcome to Blue Lightning Healing Meditations. I'm Susie Parker Goins. I'm a channel, energy healer, past life explorer, guide. The links for my website and podcast, financial support opportunities, and contact information are going to be in the description box. I'll tell you truly, though, just email me at susiepgoins@gmail.com. I'll get back to you. So, like, comment, subscribe, favorite, share with your friends, do all the things. And I upload on Mondays and Thursdays, but Thursdays here on YouTube because I can sit here and blather. Mondays, the meditation stuff, I still got to get skills. So go to my anchor.fm site for that one. It's still Blue Lightning Healings. And of course, that link's going to be in the box. Thanks for your support. So, welcome to episode 1 of my 7-week series on the chakras. For the following 7 Thursdays, I'll be talking about each of the major chakras. Then that'll take us to like October 12th. And that includes meditations, which will happen on Mondays, again, someplace else. But those meditations are going to have you tune in to the chakra, determine its health and well-being, and then do some things to help it regain balance. And you can talk to it, see where it's at. You can do all kinds of things in meditations. All right, so here we go. What's a chakra? The word chakra comes from ancient Sanskrit, and it translates to wheel or vortex. And the concept of a chakra being an energy center, that comes from the meditation practices in India. Now, for the sake of this series, I'll be focusing on the big 7 chakras, the ones I call your inner rainbow. That's what I came up with when I was working with my kids when they were younger. I've heard and read that there are more than 7 chakras, and even when I've worked with clients, I have them activate energy portals in their hands. Well, of course they're chakras. Duh, Susie. I've also heard about the Earth chakra, which is below your body, below your physical body. And then there's one that's over your head. I think it's called the Soul Star chakra. I mean, maybe I'll do a podcast on them. I don't know. That means I have to write it. So what I understand is that there are as many as 108 chakras all over your body. I'm not going to do extra. I'm not going to do podcasts to cover all 108, maybe a couple. But 108 is also the number of beads in a mala or prayer beads. Coincidence? I think not. But wait, there's more. 108 is a significant number in Hinduism, Jainism, and Buddhism. In mathematics, it's called an abundant number. In Ayurveda and Chinese martial arts, that's the number of pressure points all through your body. And it shows up in literature and science and technology. But best of all, there are 108 stitches on a baseball. Well, that is good enough for me. So everyone has these energy centers or chakras, even pets. Well, all animals do. I found a graphic at groundingyoga.com that showed where the chakras are on all kinds of animals, dogs, cats, birds, and more. In general, chakras emanate from the front and the back, but of course the root chakra and the crown chakra emanate. The root chakra shoots down into the earth, and the crown chakra goes up, connecting you with divine. So a healthy chakra is a nice horn or a bell shape with it thinner here and then thinner closer to your body and then opening out as it comes away from your body. But chakras can be imbalanced, and when they're imbalanced, you may be able to tell if they're bent or clogged or closed. Now, if a chakra is imbalanced, it is imbalanced. It can be reflected in your emotional and physical bodies. There's a sense of not enough of whatever the chakra focuses on. That's because of the blockages. But then it's possible for a chakra to be too open, and then everything gets so much more. So this being the first episode, I'm going to talk about the root chakra, and I'll start at the bottom like, I do with everything. The root chakra is also known as the Muladhara chakra. It's between the anus and the genitals, or on the perineum, or you could call it at your tailbone, the end of your tailbone or your spine. There are corresponding places on your hands and feet. Let me shift this so I can show you. I guess we'll shift it like that, and I'll have to sit up. So there are corresponding places. So it's either, you can, depending on where you're looking, it's at the base of your thumb on your wrist. Is this better lit? Here we go. The base of the thumb on your wrist. But then there was another graphic that showed it along the bottom of your palm. And no, I'm not going to show you where it is on the foot. I'm going to describe it because, yeah. So it can also be on the foot, just a little beneath the inside ankle bone. So you know that part where it bumps out. No, I'm not going to show you. I said that. But I wonder, though, if it's out of balance and you press on it, is it tender? I don't know. I'll have to figure that out. Anyway, the root chakra says, I am. It focuses on the fight, flight, or frozen instinct. It's about fear and survival. It also is your connection with Mother Earth and family, being grounded and present in your body. The other chakras are built up from the root chakra. See also Kundalini, which is that life force that when it's awakened, it moves you forward in growth and change. Red is the color associated with this root. Earth is the element, which makes sense since it is the grounding chakra. What else? How can you tell if you have a healthy root chakra? Well, you feel good in your body and you feel healthy and vitalized, comfortable in your skin. You trust the universe, you trust and are secure to the point that you can let go and relax. You're grounded. So how do you know if it's out of balance? Well, everything is pretty much on the opposite end of the spectrum. If your root chakra is clogged or closed, you can feel afraid or anxious, disconnected from the physical, sluggish, insecure, restless. One source says chronic disorganization is a sign of a deficient chakra. Oh boy, am I screwed then. On the other side of it, if it's too open, and yes, your chakras can be too open also, it's the opposite. You're overly concerned with material possessions, or you hoard stuff. You can overeat or have a fear of change, or your boundaries are so rigid, they're just not negotiable. So if you want to find another way, learn a new skill to figure out if your chakras are balanced because you don't want to do the self-examination, a cool way to tell if you're in balance or not is to use a pendulum. I was part of a consciousness raising group a long time ago where we learned all kinds of stuff. And one time we had this massage table set up and we all took turns lying on it. And someone would hold a pendulum over it with the intention of asking which way the chakra was turning or spinning. And, that leads us to ask which way is right. Well, again, it depends on your body. And that's muscle testing, yet another podcast. And clockwise, for most people, clockwise, is that clockwise for you? It's clockwise for me. Oh, well. Clockwise would indicate yes, and anti-clockwise or counterclockwise would indicate imbalance. So there are other
today I'm going to cover all kinds of options for what you can do, the different avenues you can take for balancing your chakras. Now, you don't need to try all the things, but it was fun finding it out. So first off is color. Red is the color of the root chakra, and you can wear a shade that suits you. So if you want to balance it, something red around your hip area. If you don't like candy apple red, then, go with another shade like cranberry or burgundy or, whatever helps you to feel better. Next off are affirmations. Affirmations are useful in building your reality. You write them down on sticky notes and just put them on places where you'll see them often. I have some stock affirmations for the chakra, and so I can give those to you because I stress out over crafting the perfect affirmation. So, of course, I'm happy to use somebody else's. So here we go. I know I am supported by the earth. I deserve and accept graciously all of the abundance the universe has for me. I have enough. I know enough. I am enough. I accept the good health that is my natural state. I am grounded and supported. Stuff like that. Affirmations, when it's kind of like a fake it till you make it. You keep reminding yourself that you are these things, and then ultimately you become the things you're doing your affirmations on. So we keep going on with the sound thing. The sound for the root chakra is, okay, give me a minute. I think I got it just at the very bottom of my range. So you say it, you chant it over and over. So you take a few deep breaths, let it out, and then you chant. And you chant the sound. And there are other videos on YouTube that have the tone with it. Just look up root chakra toning or LAM or whatever. But they're out there. It helps. You can get the same tone from singing bowls. Now they come in crystal or in metal. It depends on which practice or discipline you find. They vary in quality and price, but they're readily available. Next up is essential oils. The ones that are suited for the root chakra are ylang ylang, vetiver, cedarwood, patchouli, which, by the way, smells like steak sauce on me. Rats. There's myrrh, cinnamon, and sandalwood. And please do not drink the essential oils. It will damage your liver if you do it enough. So just don't start, okay? Thank you. What you can do with the essential oils, not many of them can be put neat on the body. Like cinnamon is considered a hot essential oil, so it can even burn you. And then sandalwood, if you find a single source sandalwood, it can be kind of hard to find and kind of expensive. But I have seen blends of sandalwood that are just fine. I think the energy is still there. So to use the essential oils, mix them up, mix a few drops in with a small amount of carrier oil, and that dilutes it. You can use almond oil, olive oil, coconut oil. Talk to your friendly neighborhood herbalist to get their recommendations. If you also want to, talk to a professional essential oils person, fine. Email me to get my recommendations for the people I work with. I'm totally fine with that. And then once you get this diluted, you label it because you don't want to get it mixed up. And then you can apply the oil to the chakra area itself or at the base of your spine, or you can put it even on these little spots, the corresponding spots on your hands and ankles. I already said the caveats. Don't drink it, and cinnamon is, don't drink it. single source EO. Okay, moving right along. Yeah, that's what I got on EOs. Okay, so next is root chakra food. Who'd have thunk? But why not? It's easy. You eat. You're looking at red foods. Red foods and root veggies. Seems simplistic, but it's true. Sometimes you just need to hear it. Red foods: strawberries, cherries, pomegranates, red apples, raspberries, tomatoes, chilies, red bell peppers, beets, radish. Onions are root vegetables. You can also get red onions. Other root or underground foods are like garlic and potatoes. Okay. I have to say it like Sam Kanji. Potatoes. Thank you. I feel better. Other root stuff: turnips, parsnips, ginger, turmeric. It goes on. And then there are also yoga poses. You're going to have to be patient with me. There are yoga poses that are beneficial to the root chakra. And the first one is Pavanamuksana. Pavanamuksana. It's also called the wind release pose. And I'm getting these asanas from the Chakra Center. A woman named Michelle Fondine wrote articles about it. They were really, really informative. But Pavanamuksana is the wind release pose, and that's the knee to chest. There is Janu Sirsasana. It's the head to knee pose. Padmasana is the lotus flexion, and Melasana is the squatting pose. Now, obviously, you can tell I don't do yoga because I don't know how to say them. I have a problem with that whole doing it on my own. So I was very pleased to know that there is another option, and that's called mudras. Mudras, very simply, is hand and finger yoga. Correctly defined, mudra is Sanskrit for seal or closure, and it's used in yoga practices with the asanas, but it's also used in meditation. So it works. It makes sense because, like I've said earlier, the chakras are reflected in the hands and feet, and the body is reflected all over the place, not just the body, but in your hands and feet. And so you can use these chakras to balance, align, and open up stuff. So I did find 2 mudras for the root chakra, so I got to set my phone up again. But that doesn't mean those are the only ones. Look at mudras for chakras, and you will find a ton of stuff, like I did. Okay, here we go, setting it up again. So the first mudra comes from mind, body, green. And that mudra is to put your hands together at your heart in a prayer position. And then you take your pinky and your ring finger, you interlace them so that they fold in. And then your middle finger sticks up, and then your fingers, your thumb and index finger encircle, they form rings. And the tips are touching. Now, as an added bonus, you can turn this so it's facing down. It looks like I need to put my shoulders down too. And you can point them down so that it points to your root chakra. There's that one. Of course, there's another one that I can do much more easily, and that is putting your index finger and your thumb together in your hand. The rest of your fingers are relaxed. You can stretch out your arms. You can put your arms on your legs and breathe. Breathing is always good when you're doing postures of any kind. Finally, my favorite part of what crystals you can use. Crystals they have the energy of the earth, and they also have other energies. There's stones that come from out of space, and then there are stones in the earth, but they all have energies attached to them. So first off, the red stones. That's obvious because that's the root chakra color. But black stones are very grounding and protective. Some examples of the black stones: there's hematite, which filters negativity out of your aura. It gives you the courage to face those habits that aren't doing you any good. And it grounds, you gain clarity, and are able to think more logically. Black tourmaline, also a very protective stone, that absorbs and transmutes negativity into positivity. You'll find that a lot of the stones, these black stones, all absorb negativity because that's what black does. Jet, balancing, grounding, absorbs negativity, and it's another protective stone. It's very light too. I like carrying that one. Black onyx is great when you're experiencing stress or grief. Also absorbs negativity. It stops energetic draining. It helps with your emotional and physical strength and endurance. And then the last black stone I'll talk about is smoky quartz. Grounding, transmutes negatives into positives, and it also helps you with release. So bouncing back to the red stones, there's red jasper, and it's a revitalizing, and it stirs up energy, but it's very nurturing. Garnet regenerates and re-energizes you when you're just feeling bleh, meh, lackluster. It helps you with courage and forward movement. It can help with emotions and with the kundalini, but it's very gentle and it's very controlled. Then there's bloodstone, and that helps you stay in the moment. It helps you stay present. It's a stone of courage, and it has you've got this energy to it. And then finally, carnelian. It boosts self-confidence and your willpower and courage and creativity. And you put them on the chakra, whether wherever you wish to put it, or hold it, carry it, but you do it with the intention to align and balance the chakras. Now, there's a lot more information out there. This is what I've got for this one, how to work with them. This is a good starting point. Monday, go to anchor.fm, please, to get the root chakra meditation. And until next time, blessings.